you know what's interesting? I was going to mention this during the break, but they didn't just let go of Kliff yesterday. I know it was a foregone conclusion, but they don't have a defensive coordinator currently either.
That is true.
And it's funny.
But we knew that was coming.
We knew it was coming. Yeah. I understand. But it's funny because, for the most part, the general public, we're offensive people. Like
100%.
That's what's so interesting to us. And you can make the argument it's the more important hire because your franchise player is the quarterback and he's entering a critical season of his development. But the defense was trash last year. I mean,
last.
We need to focus some of our attention on this defensive coordinator search too, please.
Yeah.
Not that we have any influence over it.
Although DQ did leave the possibility open that he would call plays next year.
I kind of got the sense as the season wore on that he just does not want to do that. I don't think he wants that.
He doesn't want that.
On, but I don't think he wants
it. That takes up too much of his time.
It's too much pressure. You got so much riding on this. But maybe if it's your superpower, I know I've always made that argument. If it's your superpower, why would you?
I don't know if he has a superpower.
He might not.
Dan Quinn.
He might not.
I didn't look at the numbers, but how much better was the defense when he was calling it?
I felt
marginally.
Like it was marginally.
It wasn't
I felt
much
like it was marginally, but yeah.
Some of it was.
Miller said it wasn't any different.
Some of it was opponent driven.
Right.
Early on, it looked a little bit better, but they also weren't playing the top offenses.
Correct.
Yeah.
Was it better against Dallas the last time you saw him?
No. So you're right. They're going to bring in a DC.
Well, it's just funny that all of our attention now is on Kliff.
Because it was the recent. He's the bigger name.
He's the bigger name, and also I think
and it was the
offense is
recent
more
fire
exciting.
Separation. Yeah, of course.
And it was assumed. Nobody thought that they were going to reinstate Witt as the defensive coordinator.
That would have been the biggest upset of the last 5 years.
You can listen. It's their 1A and 1B.
Isn't it crazy?
Of their importance.
Think about this. They went to the NFC Championship game last year.
Yeah.
The following year, they're looking for 2 new coordinators.
Yeah. Well, and the coach is teetering on. If he doesn't win, he's going to have to win minimum 9 games, I think, to keep his job.
Nah, I'm going to go.
You think he can win 8? You think he can go 8-9? You can do 3 games better? I mean,
if they go 4-13 or 5-12,
he's guaranteed fired.
If it's an abysmal season.
But I think if they're around 500, I don't think they fire him. Let's kind of let's see what happens.
Let's see how it goes. I'm just making an early prediction.
If they have another bunch of injuries and they go 500,
it's just the way the league goes, man.
10 wins or bust.
Yeah,
it's almost 10 or bust.
I just don't think he went to the NFC Championship game in his first year. I don't think they'll get rid of him in year 3.
I think that equity's gone.
Unless it's really bad.
I think that equity is
all right. You might be right. I'll bet against it.
Yeah.
I think his superpower, by the way, Cakes, is relationships. That's his superpower.
Okay, if he has one, it's building, culture builder.
Yes.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
All right, so new DC.
So let's
new OC.
But let's focus on the OC for now because that is the sexier thing, and I think it did take people a little bit more by surprise. Not as JP mentions, the last 48 hours it was obvious. They start leaking. There's riffs. Diana Rossini was one of the first out there. I know, kind of insinuating that. So Kliff is gone. Who do you want? I know that Grant mentioned that one of the first names he's heard is Brian Daboll, and I like that name. Now you could talk me off it because you're right. Like Daniel Jones runs, Jackson Dart runs.
Well, he's with Josh Allen too.
Josh Allen runs, but you're very successful though at times, right? So I'm intrigued by him. But what I'm most intrigued by him is those clips from Hard Knocks last year. I don't know which one you want to play first, but just the enthusiasm he had for Jaden is super exciting.
Daniels, have you guys seen enough that you would trade up for him?
Daniels?
Yeah, I would.
Yes.
Yeah. Have the clip where they're in there.
The second time you see him.
Well, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league already. He's got great vision. He can throw the ball in any area he needs to throw it. He can throw it under pressure. He can escape, make plays with his feet. He can escape, make plays with his arms. He's got good command, which we knew he was a smart guy when we spoke with him. He's playing really well at a high level. And you can tell there's a lot of confidence in him. He has a lot of yards per attempt, 8.5, which is really good. Makes good decisions. He does a lot of good things.
Do you have the clip? Maybe you don't. Where it was in the first season of Hard Knocks or whatever that was, like a year or so ago, when they brought him in for the interview.
Jay, erase that Z, make him the F. Erase the X and make him the Z. Erase the W, make him the X. Erase the T and make him the H. Ready?
Yep.
Gun trolley right, 64 house X in. Give it back to me. Nope, don't look at it.
Oh, you want me
Give it back to me how we call it.
the whole play?
Yeah.
Gun trolley right, house FN,
Okay, X in.
exit.
That's okay. And then if it's cover one, what do we want you to do? Probably.
Throw a touchdown.
All right, I like that answer.
For a touchdown.
a good answer by
that.
Jaden.
I remember that scene vividly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the enthusiasm and him lighting up. And
I wouldn't read too much into it because a lot in the NFL is relationships. We just talked about one of Quinn's greatest strengths is relationships. So who are his guys? We talked about this with Ron all the time. Who are his guys? Which I'm telling you, the LaFleur one jumps out at me because LaFleur's been on his staff.
Right.
And has risen through the ranks and is a Shanahan and McVay disciple who has called plays in the league.
you could
You could
convince
be
me
right.
of it.
You could be
convince
right.
me of it. And I'm not saying he's going to hire Dable. I'm just saying the Dable thing excites me because of how excited he is about Jaden.
What was Daboll's success in terms of offensive rankings? Now, I think
sure
he
it
had
was
great
very good.
success
Well, he had-
with Daniel Jones in year one.
Yes. And he had success, obviously, with Josh Allen. And he was super
Who
excited.
doesn't have success with Josh Allen?
Well, the
though?
first year he struggled. Then he kind of developed him a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the OC with Miami years ago, but I don't know what the numbers were.
I don't know. I just
He's
like
got he's got a great reputation for a play caller on the offensive side. He's got that reputation.
right. I
He's
like
got it
that.
for a reason.
But I'm not dead set on it. I'm just saying I like it. You can convince me of LaFleur. I'm open to all of them.
Can I throw a name out to you that I
Yeah.
think could fall into the Commander's lap with all the coaching carousel that's going on?
Yeah.
I think Todd Monken's a great offensive coordinator.
All right. Why don't
name.
you make your
Solid
pitch?
name.
Make your
well,
pitch.
Well, he was integral in the transition between a Greg Roman RPO style offense into more of a NFL reading the field, will go under center type offense. Has been in the top 10 in offense, including number 1 with Lamar Jackson in the last 3 years. The reason why the bloom is off the rose isn't because they weren't able to get yardage, or it was because it kind of stalled into the red zone this past year. I believe it was in the top. The Ravens offense was in the top 5 twice in the 3 years he was coordinator.
Those are some pretty good bona fides that you're presenting.
I think
Did have Lamar and Derrick Henry.
Well,
I think
those
Todd
are nice pieces to have.
I think Todd Monken is a great offensive coordinator that I think would help Jaden.
And didn't Lamar's running, because I think that's everybody would like to see him run, but not run as much. His running reduced the last couple of years.
It definitely dropped from the Greg Roman era to the Todd Monken era. But they were still able to use
his athleticism.
at Lamar's athleticism.
If you look at his year by year rushes per game, I think it peaked around 12 per game in year 2. I don't have the numbers in front of me, and it's probably around 9 now. This year is a little different because he's injured, but
I didn't think it was.
I'd be fine with Monken.
I don't care about the total number of rushes. I care about the number of designed runs. And the design runs are down because you're going to run. The pocket breaks down and nothing's open. That counts as a rush.
Right.
I care more about the design runs. The design runs are down. They've I think he's willing to adapt and evolve. They went more under center this year, which has become in vogue in the NFL. I don't think he's as rigid as Kliff. I think he's willing to listen to the players and what they want and what the coaches want and what's working in the league.
Does he have a connection at all?
I don't think he has any kind of connection with Peters or
I'm sure you
Quinn
can
or
make
the
a
staff.
7-degree thing or 6-degree thing,
Right.
but he doesn't have a direct connection.
I think Todd is a really good play caller. And plus, he's called plays before.
So are you distraught because now you're probably going to lose Monken too?
I like Monken. I really like Monken.
So you might be neutral on Harbaugh, but are you more distraught that you're probably going to lose your coordinators because you're going to bring a whole new
Yeah,
guys?
I think he's a lock to leave.
Yeah.
Right? Are you,
I mean, I don't want to make this about the Ravens, but I have a lot of thoughts. But Monken, I think Monken is a very good coordinator.
hey, they might get Kliff.
They could.
he
he
not-
could
I would
in
be
the running.
distraught if they traded Monken for Kliff. Distraught.
I think
I think
Harbaugh for Kliff.
Yeah, well-
I would resign my fandom if they hired Kliff as a head coach.
Kingsbury becomes the Ravens head coach.
Will
Yeah.
you become a
Returning
Skids
in the
fan?
purple and black.
Will you
I would-
become a Skids fan?
Please. I don't know.
Let's go there. Let's go there.
I don't know if I would go there.
That's too far.
I don't know
That's
if
a
I'd
bridge
go-
too
I don't
far.
know if I'd
Will you
go
become
there.
a Steelers fan.
No.
Okay,
no,
Skins
you
fan.
can't. I mean,
I would,
That's a Skins fan.
I would closer become a Skins fan than Steelers fan.
Right.
I don't
Good
want
point.
I don't want Kliff stench anywhere around the organization.
They're not going to hire Kliff.
See, you're of the opinion that Kliff's not very good.
I think Kliff stinks, and I've kept that in for a long time. And I wish I would have said that before he got fired. I think the hurry up offense is a gimmick. Marlon Humphrey talked about it when the Ravens played the Commanders. He said Jaden's good, but that offense is just tricked up bullcrap. I think once that's not working, I think Jaden covered up a lot of flaws that Kliff has.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want Kliff anywhere
think-
near the franchise.
I think Brian Daboll kind of stinks because if he doesn't have Josh Allen, he doesn't look that great. He had one good year with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones looked much better this
Yeah.
year in Indy.
Yeah. He
than
also
did
likes
in
to
New
run
York
his
the last
quarterbacks.
couple of years.
Yeah.
I would be so far out on Brian Daboll.
By the way, JP wants to point out that Monken had. Well, of course your offense is going to be good. You have Lamar and you have Derrick Henry. Look at Tom Monken's offense when he had Jameis Winston in Cleveland.
I don't know what the statistics were.
Well, it was his best statistical year ever.
Yeah.
And Jameis Winston threw for 35 touchdowns.
And 30 picks.
Slinging it.
No, it was actually like I think it was like 15.
It's a human interception.
I have no real opinion on Monken.
I'm
It's
just
fine.
I think
I'd be fine with him.
I think he's
All right, you made
a
your
hot
case.
commodity.
All right, you made your case. What about McDaniel? What's the case for McDaniel if he gets blown out? Let's say they hire Harbaugh or something, or they hire Stefanski.
I like Mike McDaniel. He's
Again, got a good reputation for
But I
calling
like him.
plays.
Look, he came off as such a weirdo this year.
it's okay.
It's
Be a
a-
booth guy.
He's kind of
Weirdos
flaky, but
belong in the booth.
He made some pretty good offensive stats out of not the best materials. Now he had Devon
Did
Achane,
it
who's
end
a
up okay
superstar.
offensive, like their stats wise offensively this year? They ended up okay.
I mean, I
I'm-
know Achan
like
was
they were
good.
I mean,
mediocre.
up until about week 12 or 13, no. But,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, he was with San
He's
Francisco. He called
considered-
plays with San
He's
Francisco.
considered one of these offensive whiz kids.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Does he do any traditional stuff? Am I going to have him under center? Or
I
am I
mean,
going to be
Tua was
the
in
whole
shotgun
time?
a lot.
Yeah.
He does a lot,
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of quick passing because he had to get the ball out of
I
his
think I
hands
might
before
be
he got
out on
hit.
that. I think I might be out on that. I hate that side passing. I think I'm out on that.
They can make some adjustments.
Let's go to Jody. Eastern Shore. Hey, Jody. What's up? Happy New Year.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, man.
What's up?
Not much. I have my ideas of coordinators, and
Yeah.
What are your
one of my-
ideas?
Yeah, really. My first one for DC is Greg Williams.
You're speaking to my
Soft
heart.
spot for holy bizzle.
I love that.
He knows what he's doing. He's very good at. You've never seen Greg Williams with a bad defense. I've
Nah.
never seen it. Never. And you've got to have somebody like that. Offense, you're going to probably think this is a little weird, but Jay Gruden. I think his
This
I don't
guy's
want him
got
as a
some
head coach.
wackies.
Jay Gruden can coach up some offense.
If you're going to
We've
bring
seen
back
that.
Greg Williams and Jake Gruden,
Bring back the former
band back
Skins.
together.
They're not
Yeah.
going to do it. They're not going to do either one.
Of course they're not.
But
They probably not. But I'm just saying. Well, think about it. If you think Kirk was good under Jay, you ain't seen nothing with Jaden because Jaden's is far better quarterback than Kirk. And I'll tell you, what worries me more than anything is who is going to pick because I'm questioning big time Dan Quinn's decision making. Because think about it. The first decision he made when he come to DC was who's going to be my coordinators. And according to yesterday, he got them wrong. So I don't know who he's going to pick, but I really question who he's going to pick. But if he don't get them right, then he's gone next year. He's got to be. There's no way. His side of the ball is horrible.
right.
Yeah,
You can make that case.
next year is a big year, no doubt.
You can make that
No
case.
doubt about it.
No doubt.
And I don't want to trash Joe Witt. It just didn't work here. I'm sure Joe Witt knows football, knows defense, and he'll probably go somewhere and be successful. It just didn't work here. Again, I always think of it like Jimmy Johnson was so successful. It's different, head coach, but so successful in Dallas. Then he went to Miami. It was kind of You know, a lot of times guys win Super Bowls. How many guys have won Super Bowls in
Everything's
different
gotta work out.
locations? It's like happened maybe once. And like, you know, they had the stars have to align. You have to
Look
have
at
the right
Shanahan.
guys, the right coaches.
Yeah.
Right. Shanahan came here, thought he was a Hall of Famer. He actually ruined his resume here.
Gibbs Part 2.
Yeah. So the stars have to align, and that's players, personnel, coaching, all of it. And it aligned 2 years ago. A lot of it probably because of Jaden taking the league by storm and kind of masking a lot of problems. And this year the stars didn't. You had injuries and maybe not enough upgrades personnel-wise, and then you end up with 5 wins.
Would have been a totally different story if Jaden played all 17 games.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't be talking about Kliff Kingsbury being out of a job as an offensive
Yeah, but you know
coordinator.
what? If I'm being truthful, like take the other injuries and the Terry stuff, they might have only won maybe 8. Like I just didn't feel like they had.
It was
the
a
way
much
it
tougher
was planned,
schedule.
The way the other injuries also played out, I'm not sure they could. They had more than 8.
He had an inferior quarterback. Marcus Mariota, I think he did a good job with Marcus, and Marcus did a pretty good job, but he's an inferior player.
Without question.
And then Josh
Nobody can argue
Johnson at the
that.
end.
Yeah.
I know, without question. But they were
But
getting blown out by 30. They
if
weren't making stops,
If
dude.
those guys had stayed healthy and they had a really good season again, Kingsbury could be gone, but taking a head coaching job.
It's hard to win more than 8
He would have been a
games
top candidate for
with
that.
the worst defense in the league. It's hard to do.
Of course.
Maybe you could find a few instances where it's happened, but it's very difficult to do.
1-800-636-1067. We'll talk more Commanders with Ben Standig coming up at 8 o'clock here on the Junkies.